in transforming Uganda and making sure that we become a better country. My name is Ivan Tumukunde. Welcome to the show. Today we're going to be looking at non-communicable diseases, and majorly we're going to be focusing on cancer to understand what's up with this disease and what can we be able to do as young people to avoid it and get all information that concerns the disease of cancer. Welcome to the show. And with me, I have a great friend who is a victim of cancer. He's going to be sharing with us his experience, what he has been going through, and basically how is he being able to manage whatever he is going through. Angus, welcome to Youth of Purpose.
Yeah, you said it's
Wow.
a
Non-communicable disease.
yeah, but it communicates.
Yes.
For the little time I've been in this, I've found it communicates because things are not easy as they used to be before. You know, as this Angus that was doing a lot of projects, I was into teenage pregnancy by then when I was leading Kugonza Youth of Uganda,
Wow.
in the youth politics of Uganda by then.
You are very, very active. That's what I can remember.
In those good days of politics at campus and
Yes.
all that. Like, But I found out cancer is one thing that is killing most of the young people, and we are living it at that. People don't want to come and speak about this, yet a lot of young people are dying.
Before we actually even go to the disease, tell us about yourself. You have so much of life that I wouldn't want us to leave out and run straight to the disease. Tell us about yourself.
Once again, my name is Angus Nasasira. I come from Liantonde, Kawarakataga Murumuenda, specifically Murumuenda, like branch number 9. Yeah.
Yes.
It's my home. I'm a proud fellow of Liantonde. I'm a Christian. I really thank God. If it hasn't been for God, I don't think I would make it 28th December, because on 28th December in Turkey, it's when I saw my life going.
Wow.
Those 2 weeks of being on oxygen, and I couldn't breathe well. Things were bad. Yeah, but I must say, I don't know where to start. It happened that it was a 19 September last year. God had blessed me with a new job
Wow.
at the airport. Then I faint.
You fainted at work.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was my first time in life to faint, I think, also. So my friends took me to the hospital. When they checked, they said I had ulcers.
Wow.
The doctor will let us know the ulcers that cause cancer. And as family, we said that couldn't be true because I eat on time.
Yes.
I'm this guy that has appetite.
You eat.
Yeah, and as just I had said, God has been with me, that I don't want to say I had never missed out on a meal. Maybe if I want.
Yeah.
But now telling me I have ulcers was something new to my ears. And anyway, I think you will see the photo of the other Angus and this Angus you're seeing today.
Yeah.
So when you see the other Angus, you really see Angus is good.
Yes.
And this Angus has now changed. So they told us that we had ulcers. Anyway, we took up the medicine. So on Saturday, because I did my test on Thursday, Saturday they gave me leave. Saturday, Sunday, Monday I vomited blood.
Wow.
So as any young person, obviously when you vomit blood, you have that view of what's up, what's going on.
Yes.
I personally went to one hospital around the city, did a CT scan, and I found I had tumors within my stomach, my belly. Asked the doctor why. The doctor told me we cannot rule out on what it is, not until we go for further tests.
Wow.
Yeah. But obviously, as any other person has gone to school, I mean, I've gone to good schools.
Yes.
I've been to Chambogo, one of my best universities.
Yes.
I got my papers read, realized that what I was carrying in with my body could be cancerous, because I read. Yeah. I'm this guy who moves with my laptop and my phone is always on internet. I read and read. I think it was my first time to cry.
Wow.
I realized I had a mass, one of the masses that were in my body, one was cancerous. Though the doctor didn't want to open up now. Because with cancer, when you get to know you have cancer, then they tell you to do what they call a biopsy. So the doctor advised us to go and meet the best oncologist in the country, which we did as family, obviously. By God's grace, I must say, we met the doctor. They did what they call palpating, and the doctor told us the same.
Yeah.
Young man, this could be a heavy blow on your life, but yeah, you have to take it on.
Wow.
I remember sitting with my doctor alone as a person. We shared for maybe 30 minutes. Yeah, because I'm so inquisitive personally. I had to inquire, so am I dying soon? He's like, no, wait. Do what we call the biopsy, because the biopsy, when they do the biopsy, so when you come to know, am I cancerous or not? Yeah. So I did my first biopsy, and the results came out. Within 2 weeks, I had my first results. So, young man, you know what, you're cancerous, and what happens is that it was, I don't know what I can say, but yeah, it was that one hard thing in life to take in as a young person, knowing that you're cancerous. But I thank God for He has kept me brave in my journey, because I saw my sisters cracking down. I saw my mother cracking down.
Yes. I know it can be very, very hard
at
for
24,
family to take that in. 24. And what surprises me is how you're able to keep that smile through the pain.
I don't know. Everyone is surprised why I smile, but I wrote something today that out of my pain, I want to plan healings.
Wow.
In my country and Africa as well. And obviously, yeah, I know I have a lot of pain. I think when I came back, it's when I wrote a quote saying that cancer pain does not know this is a liberation day, does not know this is a public holiday, neither does it really know it's a party day, it's a weekend like today.
Even though you said it communicates, sometimes it doesn't communicate when it's going to come. Like for example, I understand there are numerous projects that you're working on. By the time you fell sick, what are some of the projects that you're carrying on, and why had you started those projects?
One, to me, I think I've grown up. I think God had blessed me with this heart of giving back. I'm this person that if I have this little money, I would want to really share with you as my friend. I don't want to see someone in pain. Yes, I'm in pain. If you went to the Cancer Institute, they now call me Bishop because of a few things that I've started up there, praying. I've started up what we call a cancer fellowship, whereby all the cancer patients, we meet up, pray together, speak about the pain we have.
Wow.
Get to know, okay, how was it last night? I think I'm this person who wants to see other people well. That's why I started Kugonza Youth Impact Uganda with my friends. Because a lot of girls were getting pregnant, and it seemed it was nice. I come from the cattle corridor, whereby when one has the hips and she has gone to school, after P7 we feel it's nice to marry them off.
Wow.
I remember standing out and stopping some wedding in some district with some policemen, and I was behind that. Then people said it was wrong, but in normal sense, when you see some young girl going into a family at 13, 14, what do you expect? So to me, I wish we would all be at peace. That's my wish.
Wow.
So even in my pain, why I give a smile is, one, I'm the only born of my father and mother. Now, I usually look at my mother, if I don't give her a smile now, then when? If I do not give you a smile now, then when?
I know.
Yeah, there are moments when I cannot smile when I'm in that total pain. Like, yeah. I've been in Mulago, I think from now, the last 2 weeks I was bedridden, and yeah, people would come in, I smile, but it's what I want. I don't want people to see my pain. Even in my pain, I do not want usually people to realize that I have that pain.
Wow.
But I feel this pain should now play big more achievements, yeah. Because it's in my pain that I've come to learn, oh, You mean there are more young people dying?
Did you find many people at Mulago who are also suffering from cancer?
We have a lot of young people. But I must say everyone is a cancer candidate. I've come to realize, yeah. I've met young girls, young boys with leukemia. And you're wondering, yes, I'm 24. What of someone who is 19? And people do not want to come out and speak about this. At one point, you're going to come to this pain that no man knows. You know, I had pain. I still have pain that even my mother or my best sister, Catherine, can stop. Not my best auntie, Canon, can stop. Not my mother. Not even doctors at some point can stop my pain. I remember in November when I was flying out, I left the hospital. I left the car with a cannula like the way I am, got in a plane.
Wow.
And I had still to get on a cannula because they wanted to stop my pain, but they couldn't. And then this is pain that I don't know how I can explain the cancer pain. I really don't know. But I choose my smile that there are those cancers we can prevent. Mm-hmm. With Ewing sarcoma, the one I'm battling with, being new.
Yeah, you told me you're the first person to get that cancer in Uganda. New.
And with Ewing, it's so tricky. It's not like breast cancer that you can at least treat early. It's not like prostate cancer.
How are you coping? You see, it's hard. Mm-hmm. At least if you're having a cancer that someone has suffered from, you have information to relate to. Mm-hmm. You have people to talk to, and they can explain to you how they were able to manage, for example, the pain. Mm-hmm. At the same time, at least the doctors have been able to treat the same cancer before, and they can relate and know what to do.
No, with the doctors here, one thing I thank our country and thank God is that our doctors are good.
Wow.
I must say, I've seen nurses come to my room to make sure that I'm okay. Yeah, even when things don't go as we expect. But I see them trying, like, you see Nurse Peace, Nurse Grace getting there, the doctors of Kuku, trying to save your life and other lives, yeah.
Yes.
Even when you have a unique cancer, they are trying their best. What do we do? How do we do this? And you know you're speaking to them, this is how I feel. They're spending all those nights seeing you, checking on your oxygen. I've really seen they can. And I think I choose to speak because I wouldn't want any other young person to come into the school I'm in.
Yes.
Because it's the worst place one can never be in. Cancer is the worst place one can never be in. We just hear Mulago Cancer Institute and feel here Mulago Cancer Institute, but indeed it's an institute. How I wish everyone can never come there.
How are you coping now, and how do you feel?
I must say I'm not fine. I don't feel good. Obviously having cancer, living with cancer is not good. That's the truth. Yeah. Because pain will never stop, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Pain will never stop. You will stay in that pain and you cannot explain the pain. Coping up is I choose to meet my friends. I choose to write because I don't want you to come to what I am in.
Yeah.
You know, I now tell my friends, Negwe, you're smoking. Wow. Hey, you're smoking. I'm not saying you're smoking.
Now the friends who are out there doing shisha, doing too much alcohol, this episode is for you. And when we come in the second segment, we're going to be having the doctor to be able to delve into this discussion, understand what are the main causes of different cancers, and what are those cancers that you can suffer from, and how can you prevent that. We'll be right back with the doctor, and we'll still be having Angus to take us through his experience. Welcome back. You're still watching Youth of Purpose, and my name is Ivan Tumukunde. We're still picking from non-communicable diseases, call them lifestyle diseases, and our focus today is on cancer. As I told you when we were breaking, I told you we're going to be coming with a doctor who is going to be helping us to understand more about cancer and how we can be able to avoid or prevent it, and check our lifestyle. What are you doing that could be the cause of you getting cancer? Dr. Francis Shah Rubanga Kene, welcome to Youth of Purpose.
Thank you very much for having me. I also want to say thank you to the viewers for tuning in for this program. especially one which is focused about our health. I'm glad to be here.
Kindly paint for us a picture for the prevalence of cancer amongst the young people.
Right now, cancer, ideally we have not grouped right now as young or old people, but we have cancer affecting every single age bracket, right from infants up to very elderly people. And so I'll just give a general cancer burden analysis on Uganda. Right now, as we speak, we have 65,000 people getting cervical cancer annually in Uganda.
65,000.
65,000. That's not even exact number, approximately. Then out of that 65,000, about 6,500 get every year, while about 4,500 do die annually out of cervical cancer. Prostate cancer, we are at a rate of incidence of about 37.1 out of every 100,000 people in Uganda get prostate cancer. Another source says that 65 people out of the 100,000 get prostate cancer. Then we have breast cancer also, which has a high burden rate among people. Right now, cancer is literally ranking among the 5 leading causes of death in Uganda. And with that, we are seeing that cancer is on the rise. Every single year, cancer keeps rising. The incidences keep rising. And so the burden is becoming a public health matter. We are seeing scenarios where right now, the number of Ugandans who know that cancer exists, just knowing that cancer exists, is right now just 5% of the 45 million.
Only 5%
Yes.
of the 45 million
Yes.
know that cancer exists.
Yes. Now, that is not even understanding clearly what cancer is. You get? And this is due because, this is majorly because they have either interacted with cancer because a relative had cancer or because they themselves had cancer. You get? So ideally, the knowledge on what cancer is, the risk factors and the various other aspects of cancer is very low. You get? So that's why the total number of people who die out of cancer, who develop cancer, it's also not known. The exact number is also not known. Trickling down to people dying from home, we're having no regional registries where we register cancer cases. We only have one national cancer institute. So you realize that a great deal of number of cancer patients go unnoticed. You get? So the statistics we're speaking about are the ones that we've captured. But outside there, it's still very high, unknown. You get? Yeah.
You say only 5% of the population, Ugandan population, know about cancer. What is cancer?
Cancer is a situation where the body starts producing cells, or the cells of the body start to divide faster than they die. So they divide and grow faster than they die. And these cells are not normal cells. They're abnormal cells. It's like, I want to give an example that you see your hair are made up of cells also. Your nose is made up of cells. Your lips and everything. Now imagine the nature of the cell of your nose changes to another cell. Instead of being flat, it becomes spherical in nature. So you see, the nose will not be formed in the way. Yes. Now, these cells again start to multiply a lot, and then they have the capacity to evade other nearer structures. That's why they say cancer multiplies in the body. So ideally, it's just that. And for viewers who may not know what a cell is a building block of a body. It's like when you're going to build a wall, and when you're building a wall, you have bricks. You get it? To form a wall, you put bricks together. That's how cells are. You put one cell, 100 make a wall. 100 bricks to make a wall. The same as 100 cells can make a tissue and make an organ like a liver. Or thousands of cells make a liver. You get? So cells make organs, tissues, and all that. And your entire being is made up of cells. So that's, now imagine those blocks begin to change shape and start to multiply in your body. You get, and evade other, you know, instead of the right wing of the wall, it's now evading the other southern or left wing also. You get, that's how cancer is. Yeah.
Is cancer a lifestyle disease?
We can't say cancer is a lifestyle disease necessarily, but cancer lifestyle is a big risk factor to developing cancer. You get, because there are people who have developed cancer purely based on genetical, not because of their behaviors. You get it? Not because of how they live, but there are people who have developed cancer because of their characters and their lifestyle. Yes.
What are some of the things that we do, or call it lifestyle, that can cause cancer? We've seen that most times today in bars, it's kind of class for someone to smoke, for example, shisha. Today, young people do, you know, cherish doing alcohol like nothing. What are some of those lifestyles that we can look at?
So instead of talking about the lifestyle, I'll just explain generally cancer risk factors, then connect them to some of the few things people do. So cancer, every part of your body has its own cancer. Like your lung has lung cancer, heart, you know, the skin cancer, you get, the breast cancer. Now, all these various types of cancers have their, you know, specific risk factors. They are not causes really, but they're risk factors. They're like what you do that increases your chance of getting, you get, or developing cancer, because cancer is not caused. You get. Now, there are those ones that have very specific, you know, risk factors, but then there are also these general risk factors that we have. You get. One of them, what you consume in your body determines a lot how the body, you know, the cells of the body behave, because you're giving it nutrients, or you're depriving them, or you're feeding them on certain types. It's like when you buy a pig, or if you buy a cow, what you feed the cow on is what is, you know, the input determines the output. You get. So the same way. So if you are overly consuming red meat processed under high pressure or high temperature, chances are high that you're going to induce cancerous reactions in your body. If you are overly consuming, genetically modified organisms, you get, which have been, you know, because cancer is at genetic level, you get, which have been added, you know, a lot synthesized, like a lot changed. It's not natural, it's not organic. Chances are high same reaction might happen in your body, you get. So there are certain things that we shouldn't consume, and some of them include alcohol. It is general knowledge that the ethanol in alcohol processed at that temperature and the conditions is carcinogenic. You get. It's general knowledge that carcinogenic, it means that it can induce cancerous reactions. You get. The same as tobacco. Nicotine that is in tobacco induces cancerous reactions, so it's a carcinogenic component, but they are not aggressively carcinogenic. You get, like, it's not like if you take now then you develop it now. Cancer develops over time. You get. So if you're a chronic smoker, if you're chronic alcoholic, you tend to stand that chance of developing.
Is it about what you smoke or any kind of smoking?
It's not ideally any kind of smoking only, but also the components of what you smoke. You get. You know, I don't know what makes up shisha, but I want to believe that it still contains components that could be carcinogenic. You get. But at the end of the day, there was a discussion that there was a research that was done that taxation, 2% taxation on tobacco consumption increased the world's population by 15%.
What can we be able to do majorly as young people, so much to do with lifestyle, to avoid cancer?
The first one is regular cancer screening programs. Cervical, for the young ladies out there, always do annually. For men, as you age 40 years and above, do annual prostate cancer screening. Make sure when you're eating, you reduce on red meat consumption, reduce alcohol consumption, and then also exercise. Exercise a lot, eat a lot of vegetables, and avoid exposure to X-rays, UV light, you get, and these other, you know, radiations. Avoid those, but above all, check.
do checkups. Thank you so much, Dr. Francis. Angus, as we conclude, what is your message from your experience to the young person out there? But also, what are you doing and what have you been able to learn from this experience that you have? What are the plans that you have?
I think I've learned a lot. Personally, I always say I don't wish any young person to come to Malago Cancer Institute for
Or to any cancer,
to any cancer
treatment
institute
space.
because pain knows no man.
I know.
But obviously, I have come out with a lot. On 19th, I think we're having a youth fire camp at the Heights Centenary Park.
19th of,
This month, yes. And we're discussing as young people because most of the young people are dying and we're leaving it to that. But I feel this must stop.
Yes.
And the best way to stop is we should start a conversation. How best can we fight cancer? I thank God we have the SHARs who are young people and we have the 40 days of treatment with Angus. I mean, a lot is going to come on, but what do you do as a young person? Do you think taking alcohol is much more better than paying the money we pay in Malago, though sometimes things are for free, but there are those small costs you put in, obviously. Or is smoking better than the pain we have now? So to the young people, surely, I must say, do the best to prevent.
You're planning to have a run.
We are planning to have a run on 29th, Western Uganda, at Independence Park. We shall have screening, obviously, for the people. We are doing blood donation, people are donating blood. I must say, as a cancer patient, we need blood because we are no longer the other people who had that energy.
Yes.
On 28th, we shall still have a conversation with the young people at Mast Chumulo.
Yeah.
So for the young people in Western Uganda, I urge you guys to join us, work against cancer, but still speak about cancer wherever you are.
Okay. And in November, you're planning to have a dinner?
The first ever CEO dinner against cancer.
Wow.
We are saying all the CEOs in Uganda, let's meet up and speak about this beast in our country. I hope it's going to be at Serena.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Angus, for sharing with us your experience. But also, thank you, Dr. Shah, for giving us that expertise point of view. Thank you so much for watching this show. I believe you have been able to learn a thing or two, but majorly check your lifestyle. At the same time, go out, do a checkup. Go and check out if you're a lady for cervical cancer. If you're a gentleman, go out and check for prostate cancer. At the same time, both of us, whether you're male or female, you can go out and check for breast cancer, isn't it, doctor?
Yeah, breast, cervical, prostate, all those cancers are where you do screening on station at Uganda Cancer Institute, and they're free of charge.
Thank you so much for watching this show. My name is Ivan Tumukunde. Follow me on all my social media platforms. On TikTok, just go for Mr. Papas Tumukunde. Go on to Twitter, I_Tumukunde, and all other platforms. I thank you so much for watching this show. See you next time.
Youth of Purpose. UBC, inspiring Uganda. This weekend on UBC.